Okay, in my last video, I had a lot of comments, mainly complaining about the smurfing that is so big in this game. And it's obviously a pretty bad problem because it ruins the game, and obviously it's cheating at the end of the day. But it seems to have become difficult to punish players now that are smurfing, which creates problems, which is what I wanted to talk about in this video. So let's get into it. Now, before we get into today's video, I wanted to ask you guys to join my community Discord server, where you can talk to me and, see notifications from my streams and just chill. I know, right? 2 videos in a row where I have plugged something at the start. But, if you join the Discord, I will give you a cookie to say sorry. Anyways, let's get into Rocket League Smurfs. Now, if you don't know what smurfing is in Rocket League, it is the act of making a alt account to play ranked with a lower rank than you do on your main. Basically making you dog on the other players in the lower ranks. Obviously, the most likely culprits for this is in the higher ranks, because imagine having a Diamond 1 player smurf into Plat 3. I don't think he's really going to be good enough to beat the Plats properly. He'd probably still lose. Now that you know what smurfing is, I'm going to talk about the reasons as to why people smurf. Now, the reasons I have found out by my years of research, aka just playing the game, is 4 reasons. Boosters, people trying to play with their friends, and people doing the opposite of boosting and intentionally demoting themselves, and then people who want to play on an ult to not risk losing their rank on their main. Now, all of these reasons are kind of stupid, and we're going to go through them one by one. Now, obviously, boosting is highly frowned upon. I'm sorry, but if you boost, it's kind of sad, and it's kind of stupid as well, because you're paying real-life money to level up in a video game. Take that how you will, but I think that's extremely sad. And you could just play the game yourself and do it for free, and then, let's go! And people playing with their friends. Okay. Now, this one I actually can somewhat sympathize with because, the rank system is kind of terrible and, when you want to play with your friends and you can't. And there is times when it happens, especially when I try and play freeze with my friends every now and again. That rank disparity happens even though we're not even a proper rank between each other. Like, I don't understand how that works. The thing is with this, though, is you obviously still are ruining the game for many people while playing on an alt account trying to play with your friends. You're still ruining the game. Also, a really random thing that I just thought about is when I was in Diamond 1, I used to play better Smurfs than some of the players in my solo queue games. Currently, in 2s. Okay, how easy is it? Think about how easy it is in other games to get to ranked. Okay, so Valorant, we have level 20, and, level 20 in Valorant actually does take quite a while. Maybe another game, like Fragpunk. Yeah, level 30, and it does take quite a few games to get there. Then we have Rocket League, and actually, it's improved, because it was so easy to queue up comp without even having the right level back then, but at least they fixed it last year, which is a great thing. So now you have to reach level 20 as well, which can take around 4 hours, and I would say if there's like an LTM, or it's just even shorter if there's an LTM. So I don't know for sure, but I would say that it makes it easier to level up if you have an LTM, which is crazy. But anyway, another thing I just thought of is this could also be making it harder for newer players to actually get into the game. Because if they want to get into rank straight away because they've heard so much about it, it could just ruin it for them and they could just stop playing because of how long it takes. Because casual queue can get actually really boring after a while. I think that the main issue with smurfing is the genuine people who say that they are being smurfed on, and then 2 days later, hop on the Smurf account, which is a huge problem because it's the hypocrisy of the hypocrisy. But you get what I mean. But it's that, because it's just crazy, because it's a huge problem. And obviously me, myself, I have an account as well. I have another account which I don't use anymore, but I do have one, and it was Champ 1, I'm pretty sure, back when I was like Champ 3, which, yeah, take that how you will. I'm waiting for the comments to be like, why did you smurf? It's a huge problem, and if like 99% of the community are saying it's bad, and like 50% of them have their own smurf accounts, it does create more problems. It also really, you cannot tell from, say, Champ upwards if someone is smurfing, because they could just be having a good game, or using backers mod for their car design. Obviously, if you're in Diamond and getting quad reset, then you are probably being smurfed on. I believe, though, that if they had just fixed the rank system years ago, we would have not had any of these issues, or this big of an issue with smurfing. Because having 3 people in the lobby for freeze, especially your friends, and you still having rank disparity is absolutely crazy. Plus, when you even get into a game, or at least from my perspective, or my friend's perspective, in freeze, it's just me versus one or two of them while they just sit back and hit the ball every now and again. Because of this crappy rank system. I know I've talked a lot about it, especially in the last 2 videos and this video now. I mean, like even the last video was called, was something to do with the rank system. But it just says something, because doesn't it? Because most of the issues in this game are mostly because of the rank system. So hopefully Psyonix bloody fixes it, because don't get me wrong, I know like recently a lot of my Rocket League videos or my rant videos have just been me slightly hating on the game, but I do genuinely like the game. I mean, obviously I've played it. Yeah, bro, I'm gonna brag, but I'm GC now. But I really do want it to do well, and it just pains me when there are blaring issues with stuff like this. But if you did enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe and make sure to become a member of the great JamesPlays community if you haven't already. And also join the Discord. Lastly, comment down below what you think of these pesky little smurfs. And I will see you next week for another Yap Sesh. I will see you guys in a bit. Peace.